Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the greatest live painting show in the history of mankind. I'm Dallas Kemp. I'm the studio manager here at Privateer Press, and today is Get Your Paint On with the Old Witch. And with me is our magnificent, wonderful marketing guru and today audio visual consultant, protege, and mastermind, John Swinkles. What's up, John?
And what's up, Dallas? I miss Tony.
I miss
Tony a lot.
Tony! Where you at, boy? My boy Tony, he's out. He got stuff to do. He's working on some other stuff, working on secret projects and things. Oh, I forgot a brush.
He may or may not be working on some things for lock and load.
Most likely, right? Most likely. So today we're going to be doing some painting on the Old Witch as advertised, as seen on TV. And as you can see, the Old Witch 2/3. This is her. Chilling out, looking creepy, looking awesome. Looking super old witchy. I really like this model. She's really good version of the classic Old Witch. Like her herself didn't change very much, but it's just a very cool model. But what did change a lot, of course, if you've been paying attention, is this boy. I'm sorry, Old Witch. You're going over here for a second. Is the old Scrapjack. Is now a full-on battle engine. It's going to be hard to get in there. And she actually rides up in this little deck, and you can see his little head hanging down here and his big chicken feet and this super cool Ori up here with some crows and pipes and tubes and widgets and candles and ropes and rags, like very much reminiscent of Baba Yaga. Like, I love this thing. This thing's super dope. I will be picking up one of these from my own army. But Scrapjack's hard to paint on camera, so we're going to put the Old Witch up here and we're going to work on her. I forgot my grabby gross brush. I'm going to have to improvise.
So there you go, Jason. You said the Colossal was blurry and out of focus, but it's actually the battle engine. It's the mount, if you will, for the new Old Witch.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's really hard to get Scrapjack on that camera, so that's why we're painting with the Old Witch. Scrapjack, if you have any questions though, like I'll bring him back up there. Like, I know he's kind of chilling out in the background, looking dope.
What colors you got there, Dallas?
I got some Cardic Flesh, and we're going to desaturate that with some of our Troubled highlight to get that aged look on my Old Witch.
And then Josu asks, do you model and base separate and then glue them together, or does it depend on the model?
Everything depends on model. I make I don't want a hard and fast rule, because then we're going to create something, right? We're going to be like, oh, I always do it like this. You should always do it like this. And then some model is going to be created and you're going to do it like that rule, and then you're going to regret it. So I try not to have hard, fast rules. You know, paint with jazz. So with this, I was definitely, I wanted to leave the Old Witch off. Like, wanted to make sure that she looked very good on her own and just be easier to paint. She's got a little door on there and stuff like that. If I put her on there, I would never be able to get to that door. So, and this thing's got a lot of tricky. I fully assembled Scrapjack except for the pieces that are optional. I'm going to pull Old Witch off again and talk about that. So he's got some optional bits. Like, so he's actually got a front prow that comes off the deck here. It's got a lantern hanging down. And one version has a gremlin, and the other version does not have a gremlin. And that's so you can make Old Witch 2 or 3, depending on if it's for your Khador army or your Gremkin army. And there's also a little gremlin that chills out back here. And I made him where he pops on and off. So leaving some elements off like that, of course, right? Because I gotta have that option on this. But for painting purposes, I just make decisions.
Yeah, and so as you can see, Jason, it's not a Menoth figure in the background. It's the
It's
old
just a scrapjack.
Scrapjack upgraded.
So this is her skin color. I'm just some of that Cardic flesh mixed with a little troll blood highlight, and what that does is kind of pulls a lot of that red out of the skin, which can help make her look old, right? So it's just the base color. I'm just painting that all over her face. Getting a nice base layer of this. A little messy there. Whoops. It's alright. I'm gonna paint later. Just paint the face on the old witch. Why am I talking so quiet? I feel like
because you're singing while painting.
She's not very there. Is that better in focus?
Oh, that's way better.
That's way better.
That's way better. Why is Brandon just lurking outside?
Oh my gosh. Brendan's outside. What is he doing? Brendan's coming inside.
What's going on here?
What's up, buddy?
I think I forgot something in here.
Where'd you...
That thing right there.
That? This? You forgot? Oh, what is this?
I need to finish painting it.
This isn't done?
Definitely not done.
I don't even know what this is. What is this, Brendan?
Another year out.
This is almost done.
Let's go finish it.
You're gonna go finish that? Alright, Brendan's... I didn't even see this on my desk. Did you see this on my desk?
No, but maybe that's what Jason was talking about.
Oh, so... Apparently, Brendan had the Revelator and was working on it. And he's gonna go finish that right now. You're gonna finish that today? Oh, thanks for that. You too.
Sorry, Josu. Brendan's got work to do.
Gotta paint a Revelator, shooting fire out the shoulder pads. Painting that nose, painting that nose. She's got an old witch nose, nose, nose. She does. It's like definitely like an old witch nose. It's like all bulby. Man, do you think the old witch makes like really good pierogies?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, she's like, oh, no one wants to talk to her because she's kind of, you know, she's the old witch, right? Like, she's aloof and she has her own, like, agenda on Imran.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, people, like, her pierogies are renowned. They're like, oh, man, way back in the day before she was, like, releasing evil fairies all over the place, she made the best pierogies ever.
We love you too, Paolo. What colors did you just bring out there?
I got Scorn Red and Thornwood Green. And I'm going to use just a little bit of Scorn Red. I actually got too much out.
Thornwood green, not battle dress green.
I'm sorry. Wait, what did I get? I got Thornwood. I don't want Thornwood Green. I want Battle Dress Green.
Wait, I was right and you were wrong?
You were. I was not paying attention. Boom. So we got a little bit of Scorn Red, and I've actually pulled out too much of it. So I'm going to put a little bit over in this palette, and I'm going to add some of my base color to that and make a red tone. Because she does need some red in her skin. I just wanted to remove some of it from the base coat, but this will be a first shadow on her. So it's much more red. And then we're going to bounce that out with the green. This is pretty typical of my skin recipes. Add red and then green to the shadows. Kind of the way I paint skin. We're just going to put that right in the shadows.
Hostway, I'm a bad person and I will stop mispronouncing your name.
Who?
Hostway? I was calling him Josu.
Josu.
Because I'm apparently bad at names.
So am I. Alright. A little red around the lip. A little red around that nose. Like broken. Because I want old witch to have some red on her nose. Because that kind of represents like broken veins. Right? A lot of times with age, you can have broken veins on the nose. And like, so the nose can get red.
Is all the Kadoran vodka.
It is all the vodka. And pierogies.
I want some pierogies now.
Oh man, I had some good ones at Origins. I'm not even joking, they were good.
Well, yeah, you were in Ohio, right?
I was. Home of
Yeah.
pierogies.
I don't know about
I don't think
home
that's
of,
true.
but there's a lot of really good food there.
Yeah, right around Origins, down in Columbus. There's a really good outside eatery place that's really good. It's got lots of different built shops that you can buy different types of food in. So they had good pierogies there. It was good. Fun show.
What questions do you guys have for Dallas while he's painting the old witch?
Ask me questions. I can't come up with stuff on my own. Alright, so this green is nice and desaturated. We're going to put that right over top of the red. I'm going to leave a little bit of red showing around that nose though. But this will give me my shadows. I'll just richen up the area I want shadowed. Balance out that red a little bit. Need that green tint. And then I'll probably come back with a little bit more red later on to accentuate that nose and some of the other key features.
Zach asks, are you going to use some super metallics on the old witch today?
I try to make all my metallic super, Zach. And we're going to just do straight up battle dress and scorn red and make a really rich brown. There we go. And I'm going to use this for like all the deep line. Let's put a little bit of that desaturated color in there. And this will just deepen those shadows. So all the little lines of her face and stuff like that. And then it'll get even more accentuated as we highlight. So this will just paint into her lines of her face. Like so. Under the nose. A little bit under her chin there. Right there. I said right there, like, you know what I'm saying? Right there. She's got a sweet wrinkly mouth. I'm gonna accentuate that, really add that age to her.
That grimace.
She does have a grimace.
She's kind of got that, I'm old and it hurts kind of look on her face. But it's not going to stop her from unleashing horrible things all across Imran.
Oh, which does what she wants. Isn't she like the oldest living thing on Imran or something like that?
Something like that.
Something crazy like that. So let's go to Midland Flesh. You know what? We could probably we're going to trick this. We're just going to trick this. We're going to go straight sickly skin and put that mix that into our base coat for our highlight. Oh yeah, super desaturated. Widdly 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 wow wow.
Riptide asks, what do you use to manipulate the model so much? I think he's talking about your gimbal setup there.
Oh yeah, man. So the old witch is just taped down, two-side tape, double-side tape on a spray can lid, and then blue tacked onto a microphone stand.
And that just helps keep the model in place for the camera.
Yeah.
So Dallas doesn't have to keep looking for where he's at on the camera.
Yeah, because on camera, man, when I first started making the videos, like Tony would get so mad at me because I was always taking the camera out of focus. And you don't want Tony mad at you.
I still miss Tony.
I miss
But
Tony.
he'll be back next week.
He'll be back.
And Doug Hamilton just came into the room.
Doug Hamilton? Oh, Doug, what up, boy?
Or at least someone that looks like Doug.
Someone looks like Doug? A
says
Dougleganger? Is it a Dougleganger?
It is a Dougleganger. He's going to be here for Lock and Load.
I know he is. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
We're all excited for Doug to come to Lock and Load with us. We're going to put him to work.
No, for show.
We have lots of work for you to do, Doug. So I'm just putting little highlights on our skin.
Oh, he's going to be in the studio next Thursday.
Oh.
Ooh. I wonder if we'll be able to have him come on while you're painting and do some kind of spoiler or something.
Maybe we could.
Maybe.
The old witch. Not the new witch, but the new old witch.
So that sickly skin is just going on straight for the highlight, yeah?
It's mixed in with our base coat.
Okay.
Just to add a little color. At this point, yes.
Some contrast.
Uh-huh. Just building up those wrinkles. Just really like that grimace. She's so grumpy.
So grumpy. But at the same time, she's totally gonna, fuel the nightmares of everyone she comes across. It's gonna be awesome.
Everyone. Let's grab a little more sickly skin and do like a final highlight on like the key places, like right on the cheekbone.
Right there under that eye socket.
Uh-huh. I still need to paint the eye.
Vladimir, I am also very excited for this model because I am going to be building a Khador army for around the time of War Machine Weekend. I don't know if I get to go yet, but I want to have a Khador army put together, and I want Old Witch 2 in it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man, I'm so torn because like my primary army is Khador, but I'm building a Grimkin army.
And now you have a caster / warlock that'll work for
I'll
both.
do both. It's like, but do I want to? But my Grimkin army and my Khador army is base totally different, and there's conversions on my Grimkin army.
2 old witches.
2 old witches. Oh my. There goes a Saturday.
Doug, I suspect we will have some of the Old Witch available at Lock and Load, but that has not been confirmed yet. I will have to double check with JR when he's in later today. I think the goal is to try to have her there, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay. And I want to do another dark layer now that I'm looking at her. It's okay to change your mind.
Some Scorn Red.
Scorn
some
Red,
Battlefield
same thing as before. Last time I desaturated it a little bit with our base color. Now I'm just going to go more pure. It's a much darker color.
Word.
I can grab a little bit of this over
So
here.
some of that Troll Blood highlight is making its way back in.
Actually, some Thamart Black just made it in there.
Oh, snap.
Just I want to darken that area around her, between her lips, like to really accentuate her mouth. So make her really, 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 really dark. Just so that delineation between her upper and lower lip shines through really nice. There we go, and nice and thin.
Stefan asks, got any good tips to speed up your painting? Or just keep at it and keep painting as much as you can all the time? So basically tips for either sticking at it for a long time or to speed up the painting.
I mean, sticking at it definitely speeds it up. As I've learned more techniques and learned about what matters, I've definitely gotten faster. The better painter I become, the faster I've become. Because a lot of it's just figuring out like what doesn't matter. Like when you're painting for a tabletop, like it definitely, like painting the bottom of the miniature, like sometimes it just doesn't matter, man. Like it's just tabletop. No one's gonna flip it over and look at it. It just doesn't matter. Like that's the biggest thing that makes me faster for my homework. But practice definitely makes you faster. Definitely.
What would be your top techniques to practice? Two brush blending, obviously.
Two brush blending increases your speed tremendously. Understanding color, like understanding like your colors, like how, like instead of thinking about what color something has to be, just kind of innately knowing what color something has to be and working very quick on that kind of stuff. And that comes with practice. Brush control, so you're making less mistakes. Mistakes are always going to happen. I make mistakes all the time. And just understanding like that is part of it. So not getting frustrated about that really helps. And then of course the practice, you're making less mistakes, so you're doing less and less, that kind of stuff. Patience, practice, and perseverance. I say it for a reason. Alright, I've darkened up some of her shadow lines and they look way better now.
Now she's got that cool, old people-y, leathery skin, like she spends a bunch of time outside or on the deck of her scrapjack.
Yup. Definitely reading much older now. You know, that first shadow, I shouldn't have desaturated it. That was a mistake on my part.
What size brush are you using for the details?
I'm using a size 1.
Size 1?
Yeah.
Well, Stefan, even if you are taking the time to paint under stuff, behind stuff, all those things that you can't see on tabletop, that still counts as practice, though. So I mean, you're gonna get faster at it anyway. And at a certain point, you'll just be like, maybe I don't need this little part right here, or you'll keep doing it and just get faster at it.
That's true. My tabletop stuff, oh my gosh, like there's just whole areas I just don't even paint. All right.
So, for example, if you go onto our YouTube channel, one of the first Formula P3 videos that we did was Dallas painting a castigator from basically out of the box all the way to tabletop. And that series of like about 10 videos shows a lot of different tricks and stuff that you can use to really speed up getting a good look on the model and getting it on the table really quickly. Like some various places you can do dry brush techniques and washes and glazes and stuff like that to really speed things up.
That's a really good point, actually. A really good way to get faster is by practicing those classic just techniques. Those building block techniques: dry brush, wash, layer. I mean, understanding those in a deeper way speeds everything up so much, because then you can understand how to use those in a broader sense. Like on Scrapjack over here, I wash most of the metals, but they're also, it's kind of interesting because I two brush wash it, so it's very, very, very fast. Like, because I kind of just slop the paint on in the shadow and then just very quickly blend it up and over so it's less on top, or I more or less whisk it away. It's very quick. Like that kind of stuff is really helpful when getting models done fast.
What you loading there?
Thornwood green. I'm gonna paint her cloak now.
Thornwood.
Boo doo doo doo. Thornwood green. That's the way it goes, right? That's the theme. The
Have you read
Thornwood.
the jingles for like any commercials? we
Oh
ever
my
do?
god. Yesterday in the studio we were talking about having a jingle competition. So imagine like
You'd win.
but imagine
That's
like
not
a
even
rap
fair.
competition.
Right. But
Right?
that's not even fair.
But it's like you get up on stage against another person, right? And the judge gives a product, and then you have to come up with a jingle on the spot, 30 seconds.
I
Boom.
would play this game.
And then the next person, your challenger or your competitor, gets a different product, and they have to come up with a jingle. And you just have these jingle wrap offs. Oh my god, that sounds like my version of 8 Mile. She's got a bunch of cloak on. So she's still got a bag of kids too.
Is that what's in the bag?
That's what's in the bag.
Not pierogies?
I mean, maybe she makes children pierogies. She's the old witch. I don't know what she does. She's out of control.
She does whatever she wants.
Pretty much. Who's going to tell her no?
Nobody.
Like Kruger? Kruger's going to be like, listen, I don't know about all that. She's not going to listen to him.
Thanks, Shane. These are actually a lot of fun to make these get your paint on videos. Like anytime I get to hang out with Dallas, I'm kind of jealously guarding of.
You should. It's fun to paint. I'm just assuming everybody's painting right now, right? Everybody skipped work today for this, correct? Just to go home and paint?
This is work, dog.
For you.
Yup.
I mean, people at home, like, I'm sure everybody just skipped work just to go home and paint, right?
Or they're watching as they're getting ready to go to lunch or after lunch if they're on the East Coast.
So they're thinking about what they're going to paint tonight.
Stefan had the correct answer, though. He's painting right now.
That's the answer I was looking for. What are you painting, Stefan? Tell me about your army. Green Cloak.
So Zach's sitting at his office at work watching this, which is what I suspect most of our viewers are doing.
Thanks for hanging out with me, gentlemen. I'm glad to be part of your workday.
Chandler's got one kid asleep, and he's a stay-at-home parent. He's waiting for the other one to also go to sleep so he can paint some Vengers.
Sir, honorable job. I did that for a couple years myself. That's not easy. That's not an easy job. Can only imagine doing it for 2.
What Stefan is painting didn't come through, but he says that the body is done and waiting for the tusks to dry and working on the small arms.
Ooh,
So
let's play the guessing game.
I believe that we could guess what he might be working on.
Barathrum.
Barathrum.
He's got tusk.
He does have tusks. A lot of the Crixjacks
Yeah.
do technically have tusks and have headbutt attacks and stuff like that.
But it's probably a Titan, right?
He says nope. But yeah, I suspect it's a bronzeback.
Bronzeback Titans, man. Oh my god, that model's so cool. So I'm just slopping this green all over the place. It's like, what is base coat? What?
Base coating the thornwood green.
Man, this color looks so good. I think her pants. Well, it's not really pants, but I think her cloak is, I think that stuff is brown. So we're gonna leave that not green. Pretty sure it's brown.
So Nick also has Thursdays off and is his painting day.
What's up, Nick?
And then Kern paints while playing role-playing games with their buddies.
Oh my gosh, this sounds fun.
Which is actually a pretty good idea.
right? Just like
waiting for your turn, painting up some little dudes and dudettes, maybe
like,
some monsters.
Definitely not playing like a spellcaster, right? Because I'd be always looking for like the perfect spell. It's like, all right, sweet, I'm a barbarian. I'm gonna paint. You tell me when it's my turn, and the answer is hit
Axe
it.
to
yeah,
the face.
yeah. The answer
That
is
the
axe. So I'm gonna pull my trick here on the browns. I'm gonna paint all this brown one color brown.
Which color brown is that?
I'm gonna use Beast Hide.
Beast Hide.
And the goal will be later on, after I do some shadows and highlights on it, is I'll use an ink glaze and alter the color on one of the elements, because she has 2 elements in the front that are both going to be brown. So I use an ink to alter one of them to create the contrast and make them look different.
You did that with some of the other Grimkin as well, didn't you?
Yeah, actually, it's
the Murder Crows.
Oh my god, the Murder Crows! Like, dude, those models are so freaking awesome. Oh, just so good. Oh, you know who else I saw the other day? Brendan started working on as well.
Oh, who's that?
He was just recently the trencher that was in the CID, Anson Hitch.
Oh yeah, that model is sweet.
That model's swag.
Not quite as good as Sergeant McNamara, the goodest of boys, but pretty good.
Not quite, but I will be getting Hitch, and I've decided he's going to be the company man.
Oh, he's going to be the stiff upper lip Signar military guy in charge of your ragtag bunch of ex-cons.
That's going to be the model, because he just has that he just has that look to him, right?
He totally does. He totally looks like he's like, all right, I got something to prove. I'm going to take care of this.
Ah, that's such a good model. Such a good model.
Trench Buster, you get back into position.
Oh, yeah. That Trench Buster.
What name did we come up with for him?
Oh, man. Devonian came up with the name for him. Man, I can only think of something Sweet Tooth, but that's not it.
I can't remember. I'll have to go look at the
Is it
chat
Sammy
logs
Sweet Tooth?
It was something amazing that we'll have to go back to the chat logs for last week's episode.
Well, I actually wrote them down. Like, I did. I wrote them down. They're just at home, and I haven't committed everything to memory because my memory takes forever to work.
And James just joined the chat, even though he's just 2 doors away.
Wait, what?
James
Arbuthnot?
Arbuthnot. Yes. The assistant convention coordinator.
What's up, James Arbuthnot? He better say hi to me. I'm gonna be really mad if he doesn't say hi to me.
So Paolo asks, when are you guys going to paint any of the new trencher stuff? Very interested to see what the new Blockhouse looks like.
Ah, man.
Are you guys working on the Blockhouse yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I
Okay.
got some other stuff right in the way, but soon enough. Don't worry, Paulo.
Soon.
That thing is soon and very, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm really excited for it. I mean,
We should do a video with that one because it has like lots of large surface area and stuff like that, and people are always asking about how to paint that quickly and well.
it would be a really good one because concrete, right? Also,
Right. So there's some
that
texture to it.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like the Blockhouse, honestly, like I never really had Signa Army. I had a little one for a little while. I didn't really play it too much. But with the new Trencher stuff and Company of Iron, doing Company of Iron stuff, even before that decision was made in my head, I saw that Blockhouse. I was like, I'm totally buying that.
Because it's a dope piece of terrain.
Yeah,
Even
just
if you're
putting
gonna-
it. Yeah,
Whether you're going to use it as a structure or not.
or
like,
not, right?
Yeah, totally worth painting and throwing on the table.
It's totally worth like leaving it off the 120 and just putting it on your game table.
I'm going to have to buy like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Well,
and then with
one,
the
because
trench,
I'm
our
gonna
trench.
have to like demolish one, right?
Oh,
one of
yeah,
them
you
has
need
to
a busted
totally
one.
be like busted
Ah,
wide
dude,
open.
that's such a good idea. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that yet.
Yeah, so one has to be like a ruined husk.
Right.
One of them has to be like new and pristine, like they just put that thing on a
Oh,
forward
but you know,
outpost
okay,
along
so
the
you know, what'd be
Cadoran
cool about the
border.
ruined husk. Excuse me.
Sorry, guys, we're nerding out for a second. Bear
Yeah,
with
we're
us.
gonna nerd out. I'm gonna point the old witch at you. She's like, yeah,
She has such a grumpy face.
She's like, listen to these boys talk about their stupid toys. Meow. I don't think that's a very good old witch impersonation.
I don't think so, but it'll do because Blockhouse.
Meow. Meow. I'm the old witch. See? Meow.
She's almost.
She's like a
Skeletor?
she's like a 1930s gangster old witch.
Right.
It's like
so
mixing the-
Skeletor meets Bugsy.
Bugsy tour. Yeah, she's like, meow, I'm the old witch, see? Meow, we're gonna rob a bank and get He-Man too. Meow.
Done.
I don't think we can go anywhere from here.
Oh, wow, it's Dave Kidd. He's the one who sculpted this.
Dave Kidd totally sculpted this. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dave. Blockhouse. Okay.
Word.
So you have that blown out one, right?
Right.
Okay. And then, because then you can decorate the interior, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what you do is you
Sandbags and all
well, yeah, you make like a little temporary command post,
Mm-hmm.
like your little mobile. So you have like a little table with like a map and like the lines.
Put
like
Reinhold on the front of it with his little.
He's got
with
the little
his
spyglass. Yeah.
Like over there.
Yeah, that's
Sergeant
a good idea.
McNamara, the goodest of boys,
Hanging
hanging out
out.
outside.
Some like dude like standing over the. Hitch would like look really good standing. Like you could make like
that
a
wall
really
back together.
really dope little diorama of like a temporary command post like taken up in this blown out bunker. But also you could use those bunkers and the new or not the new but the trench templates would look really good all together on a game
yeah.
table.
Oh, dude, you should put a series of them. Oh, dude, I'm making
Yeah,
a
you get
table.
this series of the trenches running together between the blockhouses.
My roommate's building a gaming table this weekend. James gonna come over check out the house, see if maybe he wants to take our spare room and whatnot. But
Perfect.
So I'm gonna be helping him out building a gaming table that has a recessed felt lined thing for playing all the games. But building that terrain
would be really cool.
would be dope.
Yeah. Because I love trenches and I love trench warfare and stuff like that. That stuff is really cool to see. Sounds like a really cool diorama somebody could do as well. Like not only just for your game table, but an actual diorama out of one of these blockhouses would be
Speaking
really nice.
of dioramas and super dope minis,
super dope mini.
what kind of things are on the table for the P3 Grandmaster at Lock and Load and Gen Con?
Well, I mean, there's definitely a diorama category, correct? Am I right about that?
Well, they can go to privateerpress.com
And look up all
there's
the
a section
categories.
that says Formula P3. Under that is the Grandmaster competition, has the rules for both Lock and Load and the
Gen Con.
competition at Gen Con, and there is cash to be won.
Dude, serious
It might be a
Serious
check, it might
cash.
be a transfer, it may not actually be like cold hard stinky cash. But there is US currency up for the winning.
U.S. Skrilla, as I like to say.
I think Lock and Load, if I'm not mistaken, has $300 for the top person in each
Back in my
category.
day, we called it cabbage. Meh.
And then the Grandmaster will take home $500 and the $300 from whatever category they entered in. You can win more than one.
You can.
And then Gen Con, the prize pool is upped even further.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can find out those numbers on privateerpress.com.
Them some big numbers. Them some big bucks. Gen Con's big bucks. Big bucks to be made.
It's stiff competition, though. Like, there are
Yeah.
some amazing painters that come out for that, like Kat and
Chris Surrey.
Chris.
Yeah. Like all those.
You were a Grandmaster at one point, weren't you?
I at one point I was, yes.
And now you're just awful.
And now I'm not a Grandmaster.
No, you are now studio manager.
But yeah, last year's I've talked about it a million times. Cat Scar, and also
That Scarbust is amazing.
Scarbust
Like,
is
I
so
still
super
like
dope.
I'm so enamored with her skill.
And Chris Surrey's Glacier King. It actually
Trolls for days.
it made Ron Cruzy feel something
You mean other than paint hooks?
other than paint hooks.
Wow.
Gave him emotionals.
Gave him feels.
It gave him feels. It was an awkward moment for all of us. All right, I was a second base coat of Thornwood Green on the cloth, and now we're going to do a second base coat of Beast Hide on the other cloth.
To help differentiate them just a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little black showing through my black primer, and this real quick base coat. Do 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 do.
Kyle's like, that's like 15,000 Canadian dollars. I don't think that's quite the conversion
Whoa,
rate.
I'm moving to Canada.
Right? Go up there and eat all the T-ho.
I'm gonna steal all the.
Tim Hortons, for those of you not in the know, is a donut/breakfast joint chain up in Canada, or as I like to call it, North Dakota.
Kanukistan,
Sure, or more Montana, whatever.
more Montana.
However, Tim Hortons is legit the best thing to ever happen ever. They have the best coffee. They have the best Timbits, which are basically donut holes, but better. I should move to Canada. Just for, like, I don't even care about the universal health care. Just the Tim Hortons.
Just give me that. Give me them donuts.
I mean, granted, it's only like, 3 hours to get from here to Vancouver, and I have an enhanced driver's license, so I can, like, just drive through.
Just go whenever you
Yeah,
want.
just be like, let's do this.
All right, we're gonna put on some more base coats. Dave Kidd, I hope I'm doing all right by you.
He said it was looking good.
All right, that's good.
Rikers Iron joins us again this weekend. He says that Timmy's is their church. I believe it, because every time I go there, I am worshipful.
I just need maple syrup for my pancakes.
And apparently this Saturday is the 150th Canada Day.
Wow, Canada, good job being 150 years old. Man, I remember 200 years ago when Canada wasn't even there. It was just ocean above America.
You remember that, huh?
I do.
And then Adam asks if we ever use an airbrush.
Yes. I use airbrush. I got some cold steel.
Yeah.
I'm going to make up a color. I'm just going to make it up.
Some super metallic.
Oh, this is a bad idea. I don't have a second cup of water for metallics. This is not smart. Let's not do metal. We're not going to do metal. We'll do something else. I don't want to get too much metallic flake in my water cup. I forgot to grab my second water cup. I usually use 2 water cups. Anyways, so let's go grab some.
We can do it next time.
We'll do it next time. Or later on today when I finish them all. So let's grab some Crixbane base. What was that question?
Do we even ever use an airbrush?
Airbrush, yeah. I personally only use an airbrush to get quick base coats.
What you got there?
Crixbane base and Battlefield Brown. Let's make one of these wells eligible. I only use it really for base coats, and not even on every model, mainly on big stuff. For painting Scrapjack here, I primed it black and then I airbrushed it with pig iron, and that way I got a base layer for all my silvers and a good solid base layer for all my golds and all my brass, because gold and brass go over silver much easier than going over pure black, as we've discussed in other videos. If you go back and look at the first 10 videos about getting started, tabletop to, or battle box to tabletop,
Package to painted.
package to painted, yeah.
Stay on brand.
We talk about putting it down a dry brush of silver before dry brushing your gold. So let's go ahead and pull this over here, and I just bumped the camera because I'm a monster. So this was just silver airbrushed, just completely silver airbrushed, and then I went through and just put a layer of gold over top, and then that made it much quicker. And then I just painted the red over top of the silver airbrush. So I just made it really, really, really fast. But there's, yeah, see, it's all about speed. Speed is good, and I'm evil, so I don't like speed.
So apparently, according to Paolo, the Tim Hortons is a Canadian's save point. So that's where they respawn when they get killed. That's where they always seek out the nearest, So that's why they always look for, the nearest Timmy's whenever they're in a new place.
It's like
because having a place to respawn is important.
Yeah. Alright, just making some initial shadows on the green cloak with my Crixbane base Battlefield Brown. We were talking about airbrushing though.
We were. So basically it sounds like the time that you use it anyway is to speed up your base layers.
Yeah, and there's lots of different ways to use an airbrush, man. There's no wrong way to do anything painting related, really. I know people that you can use it for, putting in your base layers and then doing some initial highlights and initial shadows. And that can help speed things up. It's a speed tool. It's not a finishing move.
And Oz just joined.
Oh, hello, Oz. I was talking about Company of Iron.
Because Company of Iron's gonna be dope. I have way too many forces I want to build for that.
Well, Brendan's in on it too now.
Yeah.
He's going to do...
I'm
not going to say what he's going to do. I'll let him tell what he's going to do. But
yeah, we'll let him tell it.
Brendan definitely put in an order today for a bunch of stuff.
I don't know anybody in the office or the couple of game stores I get to every once in a while around here that isn't super hyped for Company of Iron.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. I mean, oh yeah, it's going to be good.
Oh, so apparently Oz just joined just to tease people because he was like, I have to run off and play to something else exciting soon. More on that later. ... Thanks, Oz.
Way to go, Oz.
So Adam, who had asked about the airbrush, does something basically pretty similar. He uses the airbrush for base and shadows, and then he uses regular brush for highlights and details.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oh, and especially if you're going for like just real sharp looking tabletop, type stuff, like airbrush is so good.
Yeah,
Especially if you're painting like a whole unit and they're all going to be real similar.
yeah, you just knock them all out real quick. You just get those base layers on. I mean, my tabletop Kador army is like a whole bunch of airbrush, and I just come in and just finish up with that brush work.
And
sometimes you gotta specify. Do you mean studio or? Because some people only want to know studio stuff. Like you know, to the community out there, when you're asking a question, let me know if you mean studio or like tabletop. Like, because there's different philosophies for each. Some people only want to know the studio like angle. Some people only want to know my tabletop angle.
Word. And then oh, I lost it. There it is. All right. So Ian was asking, is this Old Witch model about the same size as Old Witch 1?
You know what? I haven't pulled the. I think she's just a sketch bigger.
She's just a touch bigger, but she's also kind of hunched over, and she's got some extra stuff on her. Scrapjack is nowhere near the same size anymore.
Yeah, Scrapjack is a monster.
Travis Marg just joined us as well. Hello, Travis.
Travis Marg. Hey, Travis Marg. He's in the thing talking to us on Facebook Live. Get your paint on with Dallas and Travis and John Swinkles. Get your paint on with Travis Marg, Dallas Kemp, and John Swinkles. Travis Marg. I love that guy.
I know, but usually people have to pay for that kind of treatment.
He did pay me.
Oh, okay. Was it in Butterfly Kisses?
It was in Butterfly Kisses. I got some bog moss. That's a color. I'm going to add it to my base color.
Some bog moss. Why don't you... Oh, never mind. They can see right down into the well on that one.
Yeah, right there.
Just boom.
I'm going to mix that into my base color.
I don't have a little splotch for bog moss yet because it's new.
It's so new. It's so sweet.
Oh, it's such a great color too. So once you start painting that on there, and people get to see how that stuff.
That might be a little bright for what we're doing. We need to bring that down.
Darken it down.
Just a titch. I'm gonna stick a little touch of Trader Green in there.
Just a little bit of the Trader Green.
Yeah. Still green, but I'll desaturate just a touch. There we go. That's the color I was looking for earlier that I failed to make. Do 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 do. This is gonna just be some of that highlight on the old witch's cloak. We'll probably put some little texture detail on there. So I'm just gonna very, very lightly, I'm gonna run my brush kind of vertically. So I'm gonna try to show you this. This is hard to see, guys. I know. Especially this is super subtle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the edge of the brush along the lip of the cloth like so, and I'm just barely touching it. Remember, we let our brush and the paint do the work for us. And then I can go like this and draw these little tiny faint lines down across the surface. And what that does is it kind of represents a
weave in the fabric.
Yeah, like a heavier
burlappy kind of thing.
Yeah. And that gives it that impression of like older, non-quality cloth, because like she's
low
the old
thread
witch,
count.
right? Yeah, real
she's not
low
going
thread
for that
count.
high thread count sheet to throw over her back. She's going with the like basically Carhartt material.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Woof. Carhartt sheets. Woof.
So a couple more questions popped up. Riker asked if we ever if we got rolling on that Garber pirate ship and crew yet.
No.
Not yet.
I got time.
We got work. Got all kinds of work to do, but it is on the list. And then Kern asks, how integral is singing to the painting process, both studio and tabletop?
I mean, okay, so that answer is going to vary from painter to painter. Because I've definitely painted with people, they don't like the talking.
No.
They're like, dude, you talk a lot. I'm like, I know, right? That's awesome. They're like, no. I'm like, oh.
Travis is gonna make us P3 shirts.
What?
He's making shirts for me, you, Tony, and Jackson.
I mean, I have thoughts on this.
You have thoughts?
Oh yeah, we can't talk about them yet.
Thoughts you can't share at this time.
No. They'd be super secret. Okay, wait. What are we talking about? Oh, singing being
How integral is singing, studio and tabletop?
For me personally, on both, very much to the chagrin of my coworkers and my son.
Well, luckily, like, not just painting, but like, you know, like while me and Valerie and Jackson and JR and James are over in our kind of like, you know, like hype pit, for lack of a name for that office.
Oh, the hype
it is
pit.
now hashtag hype pit.
It's pretty good.
There's a lot of singing and chicken noises and cat noises and other random animal sounds.
I definitely know the chicken noises exist over there because I've partook
Partaken.
of the chicken noises.
And then Adam follows up, how did you crazy guys get lucky enough to paint figures for a living? Patience, practice, and perseverance
There you
is
go.
the answer to that.
Man, I don't know how I got my job. I don't know what you're talking about. I no idea why they hired me.
So if the room that we work in over there is the hype pit, does that mean I can be the hype czar? I want to be the hype
that's
czar.
pretty good. Or the high pope of hype.
The high hope of the high pope of hype.
Yeah,
I'm already the director of awesome.
you are the
I
director.
don't know if I can also be the high pope.
I don't know.
We like to give ourselves titles here.
Made up titles.
No one above us cares and does not recognize them, but and they definitely don't get to go on business cards apparently, even if we make them ourselves. But yeah, we
yeah.
come up with titles all the time.
Yeah, because I wanted to be Painter Prime and have Ron Cruzy be Painter Primal.
Word, especially because he, you know, regularly goes out and fights bears.
He's just bear fighting, just constantly.
Combate oso.
He's constantly in a state of bear fighting.
New Kador mini, Czar Captain Hype, Capitan.
El Capitan Hype.
Guys, we have about 5-ish minutes left, so if there's any other questions you want to get in for Dallas before we got to go,
Ask me questions.
get them in.
Oh. I put down my brush to talk, and I need it. I needs it. There we go. Man, I like the High Pope of Hype. Such a good name.
I think that gets to be Jackson.
That's fair.
Because I think Valerie has already claimed Hype Witch. I'm going to go with Hype Czar. So that Jackson could totally take High Pope of Hype. Travis, I know I'll be at Gen Con. Dallas will be at Gen Con. I don't know if Tony and Jackson are or not.
Tony absolutely is.
Tony absolutely is. Oh, yeah, because
Absolutely.
we're going to be doing stuff. I just can't remember if Jackson is going or not.
Tony absolutely is.
Zach asks, what has been your favorite Grimkin model to paint so far? The correct answer is Glimmer Imp.
Glimmer Imp was really, really fun to paint. Man, I was really excited to paint Glimmer Imp.
The Murder Crows were also pretty dope.
The Murder Crows are cool.
Okay, what were your top two?
Top two, Skin and Moans.
Oh, so good.
was really, really, really fun to paint. Actually, way more fun
You
than I
painted him
expected.
like 3 times at this point, haven't you?
I-
4.
I've
3.
lost track.
3. It was a lot.
It was a lot. There was,
Because there's the studio one, there was the one you did just for funsies, and then there was the one that we did for the videos that are currently being broadcast, and then there was another one you did at Origins, wasn't there?
man, I've lost count. I've done a lot of skin and bones.
But you never complain when you have to paint.
No. I
You're
will
like,
never.
you're like, dope, let's do
like,
it.
Like, give me that skin and bones. Give me that skin and bones. I might paint another one lock and load.
Well, why not? And then, how long were you a casual painter before you started working here?
Oh my gosh, that's a question.
Since time immemorial.
Yeah, I started painting like 20 years ago. But I didn't start taking it serious, like even wanting to learn anything, right? I was just like, oh, I'm just painting this guy, get him on the table. No, I shouldn't say serious. I just didn't try to learn much until maybe 6 years ago, and then I started learning more techniques. So, but I've been painting. I've known miniatures for over 20 years. I love them. I love painting miniatures. I love playing miniature games. It's such a good hobby. Like, it's so good to get your kids into, right? Like,
oh, yeah.
My son started playing War Machine when he was... Zane, are you in here? I don't know if he's in here. He started playing War Machine when he was 8 or 9, something like that.
Dag, yo.
Yeah.
And then Ryan asks, will Old Witch 2/3 be available at Lock and Load? And Ryan, the answer right now is probably. I don't have final confirmation on all the Grimkid goodies that we will have with us. The goal is to have her there, but I'm not sure just yet.
I don't have those answers.
And then Anthony asks, what is the average air velocity of an unladen swallow, both African and European?
37,000 miles per hour.
There you go. Folks, it has been super fun hanging out with you today, and of course, I always love spending time with Dallas, especially when
is this
painting,
it?
because I always learn stuff. But we must sadly depart for other places within the building to do other things that are also probably kind of fun. But we'll be back next week. Dallas, do you have any kind of teaser as to what next week might entail, or is it going to be a mystery?
Let's leave next week a mystery for now.
Okay.
Because there's a couple things that could happen, and so I want to make sure that we are ready for those.
Word.
Before saying what we can do.
I'm okay with that.
But there's definitely some stuff, and definitely some stuff. Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and we will catch you next week, of course, with more Get Your Paint On at about 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific time on Thursdays. And then, of course, you'll have a new tasty and delicious Formula P3 Presents video, also with Dallas, tomorrow around the same time. That'll go live up on YouTube. I believe that's Skin and Bones Part 3?
Part 3?
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Have a great day. Thank you.
Peace out!